Optimized gamepad handling. Oh no. You know what this is and it's already looking bad? No counter steer, so the steering rate can't even be adjusted. This is so garbage that it's not even worth testing. And so, we're gonna enable wheel mode. We're forced to drive a Miata before doing ranked. It's like torture. Cold tires. Classic. Top split, by the way. Oh, it's ghosted. Or did I kill him? Oh yeah, it is ghosted. Where is it? Yep. Oversteer equals death. Oh. There's someone in the middle of the road. It's been for most of the race. We're stuck. Remember what I said about PMR in the Rensport stream? It can't possibly be worse than this, right? Well, it's looking to be. Can't even Alta 4 properly. We could refund now. 3 laps. 15 minutes qualifying. That's way too long. Useless orbit cam. 9 minutes of qualifying overtime. Yep, we're going back to ranked. It is running in slow-mo. The hell is this? Beyond a certain point, either the car or the tire just die. So leaderboards, no ghosts, no tunes. A complete downgrade compared to P cars. Session 2. Something wrong with the tire temperature. Keeps flashing. Error 44. Here's to another 20 minutes of waiting. Why is the car veering to the right? Maybe the little bit of wriggle I did broke it? 3 of the tires are glitched now. Can't unsee it now. Moment of truth. I'm barely getting over 60 FPS on these settings. So yeah, we can't have a sky in this economy. What's he? Well, now he took off. 720 hertz. This guy set it to 4 hours of practice. Yeah, this will go well. Hey, finally some racing. This one's got a lot of people in it, but it's GT3. Gotta go with the Mustang to make it tolerable. I got disqualified in a practice? Why am I even bothering? Session 3. That's the new one. 24 hours after launch, and ranked still doesn't work. People said hypercars were undrivable. All the effort went into making this antenna wobble. This is 30% steering, and this is 100% steering. This is 30 to 100, and this is 30 to a 0. This one's more normal. Jump the start. The game didn't even notice. So only custom lobbies work at the moment. Don't want this to turn into a hot lap session. $20 netcode. Sounds like 8 hours and only 2 online races. Razor versus GT3s.
Watch your speed.
Hey. We're supposed to be parked. Still going. Disqualified? Group C? Yes, please. No! It's a recipe for disaster anyway. 20-player lobby. Lobby started with 22 people. Let's see how many we see on the grid. 3! No. 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 What? How? Controller support in a nutshell? This game is broken in every way. Some people are still going to defend this controller handling. And what I have to say to all those people is, you're not qualified to give an informed opinion when you're not going to drive the car at over 50% of its limit anyway. TMR is objectively awful on a gamepad, and I already went over why in the last video. The video is about Project Cars, but guess what? TMR has the exact same issues. Let's look at the gameplay of people who say controller is fine. Out of the pits, already onto the sand, first corner, goes wide, saved by TCS, goes wide again, there's too much, because the return rate is too slow, not struggling at all. You don't need controller support to drive like that, you don't even need smoothing, you don't even need a controller. You should question the credibility of any person who gives this game's controller support even the slightest bit of credit. I don't care if they're your favorite creator, they shouldn't talk about things they know absolutely nothing about, and I'm willing to die on this hill. It's severely underestimated just how clueless even the most experienced simbros can be when it comes to gamepad. One of the people working on this game said that he used ChatGPT to fine-tune the gamepad handling, and now I'm wondering, just what did he even do? They don't have shit for steering parameters. Maybe we should have asked AI how to do steering filters in the first place. This stuff isn't rocket science. You can make the most hardcore of sims intuitively drivable on a keyboard, without changing the physics, without assists, just with the right filters for steering and pedals. That mod for AC, and to some extent BeamNG, are already doing that. Guess I'll briefly go over it as well. Steering filters for dummies. First there's basic smoothing. You press left, the wheel starts to gradually turn left. You release left, the wheel gradually returns to center, usually at a faster rate. Simple. Now, same wheel movements have a bigger effect the faster you're going, but these rates should be gradually made slower according to speed. Then there's oversteer. The car's front wheels are designed to center at its direction of travel. You enter drift and let go of the wheel. The car does some of the counter steering for you and tries to catch itself. Wheel controllers do that with force feedback, but for other devices you need to push the in-game wheel to the opposite lock. This is not an assist, it's just how the car works. If you call this cheating, you're basically saying force feedback is cheating as well. And finally there's understeer. Turning the wheel more doesn't always make the car turn harder. You need to hold it at a certain angle to get the best out of the front tires. The game should at least lower the turn rate when it detects that tires have reached optimal slip. Now, unlike oversteer, this one's controversial since it can make gamepad inhumanly consistent. So it's not up to the game to balance it. There's a lot of fine-tuning that goes into these. For example, you need faster steering and an oversteer. Those are really all the principles you need to make vehicle physics drivable at the limit on a gamepad. Sim racing games drive like shit because they completely skip under and oversteer, and worse of all limit the max steering lock based on speed, which makes the handling worse in most scenarios. Forza and Gran Turismo had controller support figured out over a decade ago. I wonder why sim slobs will never sell even 10% as much as those franchises. I bet this is one of the primary reasons. Doesn't matter how good the game is, the majority of the player base are using devices that the game doesn't even support. No, most people playing this game aren't on a wheel. Now when it's also on consoles, and is marketed as having optimized gamepad handling. What? Overtime in a practice session? Tire meta? Wasn't that only for hypercars? Wet tire? Sure, we'll put them on. Oh yeah, this doesn't work. Yeah, this... What doesn't work in this? Some people have spent more time making clickbait thumbnails than fact-checking or testing. What? Did I just hit a ghost? No way. Someone's impersonating me on PMR Discord. Look at this guy. That's not me. He's doing a good job at sounding like how people perceive me.
Bruh.
What? Can't believe I'm saying this, but even FM23 is better, and it somehow runs worse than AC Evo. How did they go from 10 years of Project Cars to this? Don't think I've ever been this disappointed in a racing game. It won't matter though, competition isn't much better, just don't hear about it, because Assetto Corsa has so many fanboys, and PMR only has haters. Sim racing has been 1 year away from becoming great, for over a decade now, unfulfilled promise after unfulfilled promise. More effort has gone into marketing realism than actually achieving it. So many elements were sacrificed in the process. Anyway, back to my yacht. Have fun!